Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday with Jay. Welcome into Cooterville. Welcome in and welcome back. Did you guys recover from last night's stream? We had a great call-in show last night. I want to thank everybody who called in. I appreciate you, especially Miss Kylie. Miss Kylie came in dropping some bombs. Good morning. It's cold in Clarksville, Tennessee, Quinley. It's actually, I got the air on here in Florida. So if you guys need to escape from the cold, you can always come down here because it is warm. Hello, Miss Melissa Hart. True Crime Kate, good to see you. YBE, good to see you. Good morning, Slime and Ausane and Keezy. There's Sin coming in hot. Evelyn Pickwick. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. Hello, Penny and Greer. It was fun to hear everyone's thoughts. It was. And there was a lot of things I didn't even know. So I'm very grateful for the people that called in. It will be up for replay. Oh, you're sick, Kate? Well, I hope you feel better. I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm just saying. If you guys want to come down here. Don't tempt you. Come on down. You're going to be down here in March. There's Kylie. I keep saying it. We're in for it this winter. It's been way too mild the past 2 years. In Chicago gets just that lake effect snow. Wendy says she's in Tampa and about to head out to catch some sun. And listen to me. Enjoy your day, Wendy. It's nice and sunny this morning. Heidi, I am doing well. Hello, Andy. You missed it. Andy, you got to replay. So I have a couple announcements before we get started, and we're going to review Colby. And then we're going to review something else after that, like a compare and contrast. But before we begin, I did have a members only scheduled for tonight, which I put off to tomorrow because I was graciously invited to join Miss Kresha tonight. So I'm going to be on Kresha's tonight. I think it's 7:30 Central Time. And I'm so excited. So thank you so much, Kresha, for the invite. And I can't wait. So we're going to be doing members only tomorrow, which is Monday evening. And yeah, I'll be on Kresha's tonight. If you haven't heard, Hella dropped Mr. Breakfast letter this morning. Also, thank you for talking with me on your show. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for letting me know. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to talking with Under Kresha. True Crime Kate, we did go over Colby's last interview. It is on my channel. All right, so you guys prepare for members only tomorrow. And then, what was the other thing? There was one other thing. I heard they're down another 1K. Can I drop Kresha's link? I sure can. I think Sin will do it. Sin, can you drop Kresha's link? That's exciting. Jay was looking forward to the members live, but we'll watch you over at Kresha. Yeah, we'll do the members tomorrow. There was something else that I wanted to tell you guys, and now I can't remember. Maybe it'll come back to me. I finally sent you an outline of what I think we could do a stream, R.E. John. Okay, cool. We got to just do it, Andy. We can't talk about it too much. You just got to do it. Hello, Kiki. I'm so happy you guys are here as well. Shoot, I can't remember what I was going to tell you guys. There was something else. Anyways, maybe it'll come to me while we're going through this. Oh, let me find that. Yeah, let me find that real quick. I'll find that link. Because we did go over it. I just can't remember when. Give me 1 second. Here it is. It's called triangulation. I found it. Call me Trisha. I'm not wearing leather, but Okay, I'm going to drop that link for the review of Colby and HTC right here. Go ahead and save it to your watch laters. Thank you. All right. Well, I guess we'll just get right into Colby if it comes to me what I was going to say, I will. Good morning, paper. Let you guys know. Hey, Dr. Vonda. So we're gonna watch Colby. This is from yesterday, and the title is Addressing the Drama. I'm sure a lot of you have already watched it. I watched it once, but I wanted to go over it with you guys because I want to get your thoughts. I've been reading the chat, and I know a lot of you guys are like, no, he's giving them an excuse and stuff like that. And, fair. I mean, you guys can have whatever thoughts you want about this. But I personally want to walk through it and tell you guys what I think. So let's talk it through together, and here we go.
She's saying the mic is all messed up. I don't know. Okay. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. And we have a lot to get to. This is really unfortunate. This is something I have not thought I was going to have to do. And I'm going to have to break down a lot of context so people understand what is going on. I want to start this video by first saying that I don't know what's wrong with the mic, everybody.
He's going to fix it.
On my side, I've got no issues. How's that? Does that sound better?
There you go.
Is that better? I think I fixed it. Okay. Let me know if that works better. I think I fixed it. Okay. So
thank you, YB.
I want to start by
that
saying
in the chat
that there's a lot to get to in this conversation, and it goes back freaking 6 years. I want to first start by also saying that we on this channel and in this community are not here to spread hate towards anybody. We are not here to make fun of people. We are not here to be that type of community. That's not who we are, and that's not what we're going to do. When I bring these people up, it's because this is just the truth of what I've had to deal with, and it sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks. But I'm going to give you guys this in parts so you guys understand what's been going on, because it's affecting me on a daily basis now.
I have a question, because someone in chat said he's doing life coaching. Is he actually doing life coaching, or is he just have a channel? Can you guys clear that up? Because I don't really watch him. Oh, me too, Betsy. Hey, Jamie.
Out of our channel and our community, this is something that is causing me to go and talk to my therapist about it and try to have conversations and talk this through. I've talked to so many different people about this. Like, it's more than just frustrating. It's something that I'm like really, really upset about and frustrated over. So let me back up a little bit and give you guys context so I can walk us through the story so you have an understanding.
And I'm going to give you some context right now. So when he talks about the 7 Gatherers Facebook group, he's not talking about Christina and her friends. Okay? The 7 Gatherers Facebook group was like 6 years ago. And thank you, Kylie. And it wasn't them. Okay? They're not intertwined with this. So it all kind of seems like he's lumping all this together. Like these girls, Christina and Janice and all these girls, like they're all affiliated with Annie C in this Facebook stuff, but it's not. Like 6 years ago, these girls were not the 7 Gatherers, right? That was just something newer that happened with the Lauren drama. So that was a whole different group of people. They were just people that were following the trial of Daybell. They're not affiliated with them.
So 6 years ago, when everything started, for us, it started in January of 2019 with Lori and my dad separating. And then after all of what happened with Charles and everything, it turned very public very quickly because Tylee and JJ were missing. When everything changed for us is when everything got so public so quickly. And when I tell you guys, it's like a wildfire. It truly was. It was everywhere. People were taking pictures of us at Walmart, and everywhere we went, people were starting to notice us and talking about us on Facebook and things of that nature. Well, there was a group of people specifically, and they've been brought up as of late, and that is part of why this conversation needs to happen. This group was the Seven Gatherers group, and they started more issues than anybody could have imagined. And unfortunately, I don't know what caused them to be so angry and hateful towards so many people who were going through a hard time at that time. But there was obviously a lot of Facebook groups. A lot of people didn't know who were the players, who was the issue. And, it became a bigger deal than it had to be. And specifically, yes, it's someone who's part of the Seven Gatherers group. And I have had to take so much.
See, that's where I got confused as well. The Seven Gatherers group. So that was Christina and her friends made that as like a joke, right? Like they called themselves the Seven Gatherers. But that was like this year. This is 6 years ago. There was a Facebook group. Different people. I don't know if Janice was there or not, but it has nothing to do with the current group with the drama with Lauren. Okay? So there was a Facebook group. It's not Zulema. It's not Lori's friends. It's a group of people. But it's not the people that have the current beef with Lauren. If that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining that okay. I don't know the ins and outs. But I do know that he's not talking about Christina. I wish he would have said names, because names would have been suffice to know who the hell you're talking about. And it does sound like he's referring to them. Happy Sunday to you, Miss Potato. It's good to see you.
I've had to take so much issue with what was being said because nobody knows what's happening. Like nobody else has a clear picture. And there's people who are saying on YouTube and in public that they are connected. They know inside information, and there's stuff that they know that no one else knows. I'm going to give some bigger context and then come back to this piece real quick just so you guys understand. It was unfortunate because once this started, the woodwork people showed up and started to claim to have so much ties to it. And it's like, you just never can expect.
So this all confused me because I didn't follow the Facebook. So I don't know. This part I have really no commentary on because I was not there then. I don't know anything about the Facebook. All I know about Annie Cushing is that she had Analytics website. That's really all I know. I did hear Colby say he doesn't know nor has he ever met Christina. Huh. I don't know. It confused me as well, but can you tell us how you know it's not Christina's group? Yeah, because I asked. Because I asked. I asked. The Seven Gatherers chat started at the end of Chad's trial. Just some trial tourists that became friends and genuinely wanted to stay connected. It had nothing to do with Annie Cushing or from Facebook groups 6 years ago. So it's totally different. I don't know.
Back how this is going to go, but it's like people out of nowhere showed up and started.
No, I didn't ask Colby. I don't talk to Colby. I asked about the Seven Gatherers chat with Christina and her friends. That's what I asked. I asked Janice. He has beef with Janice. I don't know, Isabel. I don't know if he's got beef with Janice or not. But I asked, is this the same shit that he's talking about with Facebook? And they were like, no, that's not. It's different. So I guess there were three renditions of the Seven Gatherers. There were the real Seven Gatherers. There was the Facebook Seven Gatherers. And then there was the Christina group 7 gatherers. I don't know. That's all I can tell you. I'm sorry. I don't have all the answers. I'm trying here.
Publicly saying that they were tied to people in this case. And that whole situation got really bad because no one knew. No one was fact checking. No one was stopping it. And at that time, I'm worried about Tylee and JJ. I don't care to try to clear people's rumors up. Like, people thought I was sketchy. People thought I was involved, you know, hurtful stuff. But do I really have the time to spend trying to make sure everybody understands where I stand and who I am? No, not at that time. It wasn't about me, but it was just part of this whole situation. I have allowed and let people say whatever they want for a very long time, but there's certain people who took it to a level of beyond disrespectful, more to like the level of as hurtful as you can possibly get. One of those people was Annie, and she's Tylee's aunt on her other side. And I cannot tell you how hurt I was by her actions throughout this whole situation. And instead of talking to me and working things out or telling me what her problem was, she took everything to the Facebook situation. Yes, not the 7 gatherers of Lori's group. This is not like those people. This is not like, you know, I've never talked to Zulema or any of those people. So we're not talking about those people. We're talking about the people who made fun of those people, which were...
He just clarified it's not Zulema. It's not his mother's friends. It's a different group.
Facebook. And it really hurts me to have to bring this up because I've not said a word to you guys for a very long time. Well, the problem that I had with Annie is that she started a YouTube channel and started to post a lot of things about a lot of people, and said things that were such lies and so hurtful. And like, I was being kicked while I was down, and so were others. So I want to make sure I don't say who else it was, but if any of you have followed this situation, you would know that they were starting these groups of people who just attacked others. And it got so out of control, and it never ever got checked by anybody because we were all dealing with the situation in front of us. But it was a kick you while you're down situation. And
hey, Salty.
You know, I could go on and on about that situation, but it's just not worth it. I'm just letting you guys know because this is the context to what's going to come up next. So I really am hurt by the fact that people would not want to talk about this stuff privately first. That would be my approach first. That would be something I would want to do, is hear why they're upset or whatever. But in situations like this, when you don't know someone in the first place, they're obviously not going to come to you and try to talk to you. I've had to shut my mouth about things and just take it all in stride. Well, when this whole situation happened with Hidden True Crime, and I saw that some people that I had seen before were involved in this, I got really triggered and I got upset and I got angry and I got that righteous anger again and thought, I can't believe you're still going 6 years later. And I really did for a little bit kind of fly off the rail because I was so upset and I just couldn't believe that this could not end over all of this time, that you wouldn't let it go. You can't move on with your life. Like, people who are uninvolved in my family can't let go of what the case was and just taking it to a level of drama. So back in April, we were all at Charles's trial. And during that time, stuff was starting to happen in the courtroom. And I started to see all of these things popping up about drama. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was so angry because I am trying to live through this trial of my father, and my mother is sitting right there, and she's the reason why he's gone. And we're talking about a bunch of nothing, and it's happening around the trial. And I'm getting pulled into this at this point, and I'm getting emails about how there's been all this horrible talking about me and how all these horrible things have been said about me. And I'm just like, look, even if that's true, I'm going to give you guys two number one things. Number one, anybody can have their opinion about me. If you want to talk bad about me, that is your opinion. It just is what it is. Obviously, I'm not going to be your best friend, but you're allowed to have an opinion and you're allowed to think what you want. And that goes for Annie Cushing as well. She can have an opinion about me, but what I'm not going to tolerate is absolute lies coming out of your...
See, I don't know anything about Annie Cushing lying about him. I don't want to get involved, right? Because they both have family members in this case. I don't feel I have the right to judge either fucking one of them. I don't know either of these people, okay? I don't know either. I don't know Annie. I don't know him. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't want to know. I feel like that's none of my business at this point. It was 6 years ago. I don't want to drudge up that shit. So I don't know about this. I've seen Annie Cushing back in the day. I don't know what she did. I don't know what she lied about. I don't know if she even did lie. So this part, I'm not having any opinion on this because I don't know anything about it, to be honest.
Your mouth about me and my behavior or anything of that nature, or things you don't know what you're talking about. I'm also not going to allow people anymore to pretend like they were close to my family just so they can get whatever it is they're looking for. If you're looking for clout, you need to take a look in the mirror.
Now that I felt.
Okay, you need to start thinking about how that
Lauren.
affects people. You're accepting condolences for somebody that you might not even have trauma over. Okay, and I'm going to say my one F word this right now. That's fucked up.
Okay, so did she accept condolences or something? See, I don't know. Who's accepting condolences? I mean, Annie Cushing's brother is Joe Ryan. He was married to Lori. He was her second husband, and he's dead. So, no matter what, I think everyone should leave Colby out. They can't leave Colby out of this. Colby was drug into this. We didn't start this fire, okay? So I don't want to hear people coming in going, oh, don't say anything bad. You can feel however the fuck you want. I wasn't around for this Annie Colby drama. So I don't know.
You don't get to do that. I would never do that in other situations and accept condolences from people over dead people because you want to continue to have a platform. And that goes for...
I mean, wasn't she Tylee's aunt? Isn't she Tylee's aunt? Annie? I think she can accept condolences, being that Tylee was her niece. How was he her third husband? Because she was married to the first husband, Colby's dad. Who was she married to after that? Who am I forgetting? Aunt Annie only saw her. Oh, it doesn't matter, though. Think about your family. Think about your family. You have cousins probably. I have cousins I don't see very often. But if one of them died and someone said, oh, I'm sorry for the death of your cousin, I would say, thank you for the condolences. I don't know. Why does everyone need to have such a ownership over this stuff? Annie took her stuff off YouTube. Oh, she was married before Colby's dad. How did I not know that? But if she's the aunt to a victim, I don't know how we can down her for that. I don't know. Lauren accepted condolences. I don't know.
Anybody. Okay. That is wrong. And you don't get to do that. You do not get to pretend anymore that you are something you're not. So just stop. This is all about truth. This is not an attack of their character. This is not an attack of anything else. This is the truth. Stop trying to make yourself more than what you are. If you would have just said your position and your honesty, people would respect you and people would see that. Okay. Now back to the main point. When this all happened in April, I was very upset. When I found out that certain people that I had noticed from before the 6 years were involved in it, I got very, very, very upset. And I immediately jumped into defense mode and how I wanted to address these people. And I was so sick and tired of taking punches. And it was freaking time for them to face some kind of consequence for all of the things that they've said that were lies, that were hurtful. And they knew what they were doing and they knew they had never seen somebody come back and respond to it. So they just kept going and they created a group out of that. And again, I'm not going to bring up anybody else or any other names because you know what? I don't know them. I don't even know Annie. I barely know her at all. And the point being, when I saw that group and
okay, so he barely knows her. They obviously have never had a conversation about this stuff. And this is drama that's just been floating around for 6 years. You know, I would pick up the phone and call Annie and say, hey, let's talk this out. But hey, I'm not him. It's whatever. It's Megan he's talking about? Oh.
I saw those people involved, I got so pissed off for so many of the people that I care about around me and watching people get more and more attacked after all of this. These people could not let it go. And it just truly makes me think that they don't have, a life in any other way, shape or form other than to try to have more drama. When I explain to you that this is 6 years later, when it really comes down to it, and also all the way from April, I have not brought this up because I hate this stupid drama. This is middle school stuff, and I don't play this game. And we're all grown and we don't need to be going at people's looks, trying to attack them and all of those things. But you know what's even more frustrating? Once I actually got out of my anger, I started to zoom out and I needed to look at the situation as a whole. And I needed to realize what I believed and thought. And the truth was, I was really frustrated because honestly, I had kind of allowed everything to happen.
Right, but why are we all going in on Annie? Why are we going in on Annie when Megan Connor is over here promoting herself as it's my dumb cousin. Isn't that what she says? Lori Vallow's dumb cousin? Why are we just going after Annie? Oh, she only saw Tylee once. Who are we to say how many times she saw her? As viewers, who are we to say, oh, she only saw her once, so she doesn't count? I think that's totally unfair. We don't know the dynamics in their family and why they only saw it. You know what I mean? Why are we giving grace only to some people? Her brother's Joe Ryan. Why are we not giving her grace? I'm confused. Because 6 years ago she was on Facebook. Megan didn't know JJ and Tylee, and she sang 5 off-key songs at her memorial. She did? Because Annie accused Colby of lying on her brother. Well, does she not have the right to stand up for her brother when he's dead? I mean, I'm just looking at this from the complete outside. You know what I'm saying?
Happened like I told you, but then I realized that when it came down to what was going on with my relationship with Hidden True Crime, I just felt like things actually after the fact were said that were unacceptable to me. And I'm going to give you those examples just because I need people to understand I'm being wrapped up in a drama that has nothing to do with me. I did involve myself in a sense, and I realized I only involved myself because I thought it was time to go after the group I was really upset with and had been hurt over for years. I thought it was time to address those people. So my initial reaction was, yes, let's deal with this situation because this is ridiculous. This is no longer happening. I will not put up with this anymore. Like I'm almost 30. I've been taking punches for years. I will not stand for this anymore. But after all of this started, obviously I went on to Hidden True Crime, and I've had a good relationship with them. And we did an episode right before all of this stuff really came out publicly. And we had a pretty good conversation. I think you can, if you've ever watched our conversations, I've enjoyed talking to them. We've had fun. We've really dove deep, but there was things said that really, really deeply upset me and frustrated me. And one of the first things is I felt when John had called me an adoptive son, I felt like that was to be said publicly for what was coming next. And now that I've seen all the context, which is unfortunate, I've seen my name come up multiple times, and that has affected our community. And you guys know, when it comes to this community, don't play with the bear right now, because this community is a special place for me, and it's a special place for others. We have really formed a group of people who want to get better and learn and grow. Okay. So when I was told that, I remember on live, I just remember thinking, why did you say that? Because I lost my dad. He was murdered. You know that. And I lost my mom. So you can't say things like that if you don't mean that. So that, number one, that pissed me off. And I didn't even know how much it pissed me off till later on. And then
okay, so that's one of the important points that I thought he brought up, the whole adopted son thing. I'm glad he was specific. The next one is going to be really good, because now you're going to hear that he's pissed off that Dr. John read his private text on a live. So Dr. John, who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck does he think he is? Reading Colby's fucking text, right? But he wants the FBI brought in if anybody reads his wife's. You know?
Fuck directly off.
If anybody reads Lauren's text, they need to be investigated by the FBI. They need to spend 5 years in prison for each violation. But he can just willy-nilly read Colby Ryan's text on a live without asking him first. So, John, I think you need to spend 5 years in prison for this violation. I'm sure we can find more to get you in there for 50 years, even though you don't even have 50 years left. But let's do that. Let's do that. Hypocrite. Whiny bitch.
I heard my name brought up right after that live. The next live that they did, John shared a private text that I had sent in the moment where I said I was proud of Lauren, and I was, because she was getting out.
See, he used it to their advantage because Colby said he was proud of Lauren. Dr. John thought he would just use that as leverage to make them look better. It's bullshit. Yes, and 10 years probation with an ankle monitor, if they can find one to fit his cankle. He makes me fucking mad. How dare you, John?
lost my dad. He was murdered. You know that. And I lost my mom. So you can't say things like that if you don't mean that. So that.
Right. Don't call me your adopted son when my parents are gone. I don't have parents. Yeah, it's fucked up, John. Fucked up.
That number one, that pissed me off. And I didn't even know how much it pissed me off till later on. And then I heard my name brought up right after that live. The next live that they did, John shared a private text that I had sent in the moment where I said I was proud of Lauren. And I was, because she was getting out and facing those people. And he shared that on live, which has been his complaint from the beginning. And that really upset me and hurt me, because you just went on tangents for months on end about private texts. And now you come out and say a text that I sent you that was private. For what purpose? That felt like it was all planned. And that's what I'm saying. And this is my perspective. What purpose? That felt like it was all planned. And
boom, right there. It felt like it was all planned. What did I say last night? I feel like all of this was planned from the beginning of their fucking podcast. Excuse my French. But if you go back to when they started their podcast, what was their love story in her book? What was her love story? Her love story was, oh, we met and John said, this can be a business. Who meets someone? And they say, hey, this could be a business. Our relationship could be a business. No, it was all calculated, planned. They went scrub-a-dub-dub on the internet before they launched their podcast. That's my thoughts. That's my feelings. And change my mind, because I feel like someone with the credentials that Dr. John says he has would not need to be scrubbed off the internet. You would be proud of those credentials. You would show off those credentials. You would boast about those credentials. But he doesn't. He hides them. We're in this, people. We see this. This is how people get wood. Come on. Follow the words of Grayson.
A text that I sent you that was private. For what purpose? That felt like it was all planned. And that's what I'm saying. And this is my perspective. I'm angry because my name has been brought up in that situation so many times. I had to see it when I went to court for my dad. I had to see it when I went to freaking CrimeCon. I have to witness it, and it won't go away. I have let it go. I've let it slide. I've walked away. I've said nothing. I've let it play out. It has nothing to do with me. Keep me out of it. I'm not here for this drama. I'm not even involved. When the hell did I become a part of this? Until I realized I was being dragged into it. And I wanted to not do this video. I never wanted to make this video. I never wanted to have to make this video. And it's so irritating to me that I don't even go to that place. We don't go to that. Yes, we talk about my family. It's already public information. My family, and we talked about this last night with the mods. That is public. You guys knew more about my family and details about my family than I did. So yeah, am I touching on that now? Yes, for my own sake. And I appreciate that I have people who I feel are like a family for me, because I don't have that anymore. So I address those things. I've told you guys, you can believe what you want. I'm telling you, contact.
Yes, he was at CrimeCon. And you mentioned he brought up CrimeCon. And Kylie says these people were willing to put a young mother in jail for years just to silence and send a message to anyone else who wants to expose them. They wanted to set a precedence with Christina. Don't fuck with us. We are untouchable. I have a huge problem with that too, Kylie.
Text so you understand where I stand. Number one thing I have a trigger with now, and I'm no longer taking these punches quietly, is being pulled into people's bullshit. I have nothing to do with the situation. And at first, I was very supportive of them, of Hidden True Crime. I wanted, I didn't know what exactly all of the sides. But guess what? There's always two sides to everything. And you know what? I'm not on either side. So just put that out there. I don't support anybody in this situation because two things. I know what I know. I don't know both sides. I haven't had the conversations. I'm not trying to jump into it. And secondly, I've been through enough. I don't even want to be involved in it. When you have this much happen in your life, you don't want more issues. You don't want more drama, and you don't want to keep going on and on and on about it. I'm heartbroken over all of this because I don't have anybody that I've went at except for Lori, Chad, and Alex, Zulema, and the Melanies, because they're all, in my opinion, very deeply tied to
and he should have those feelings towards them, right?
What happened, and they never said anything or did anything, and people were being killed. That's who I have a true issue with, and I've told you guys that. This whole thing is not something that I'm trying to get into a big conversation about. What I don't want people to do is go at Lauren and John. I don't want people going at Annie. I don't want people going at it. That's why I've never said anything.
Okay, so here's his message. Don't go at them. Well, it's too late for that. People are going to do what people are going to do. He, I think, is making it known on my channel. We're not going to bash them. Okay, this is my story. This is the truth from me, but we're not going to bash them. However, Colby, the comments on her looks, it's stating the obvious. You know, when you see someone who has changed their face like she has, like this, how can you not comment? You know what I'm saying? I get that, you know, going after someone's looks is superficial. But I don't feel like this is coming from that place. We're not saying, oh, look how fucking ugly she is. You know what I mean? It's, what is she doing to her face? What are the issues behind her that are causing her to do this stuff to her face? In addition to everything else that we've heard, all of the lies, all of the exploitations. Personally, I think it shows her mental capacity, what she's doing to her face, because people who don't have some kind of issue don't do that to their face. And it's just the truth.
I'm not trying to start a let's go get these people for what they've done. That's not who I am. I don't want people spreading more hate. It should be the opposite. We should be coming to this channel and diffusing a lot of that and learning how to deal with these situations. But at the end of the day, how long can someone just keep being thrown into situations and say nothing? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not here to be everybody's best friend anymore. I'm not here to be steamrolled by you. I'm not here to people please anymore. And I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to be that guy anymore. And it's not fair to me. It's not fair to my family. It's not fair to our channel. It's not fair to our community. It's not fair. I've never once used someone in the situation to shield myself because I was going through something. And again, that's my perspective. That's just what I feel and think.
And I think he's talking about hidden true crime here, that they used victims as a shield. Most certainly did. I feel like Charles Fowler right now and notices the look at me serious. The only one that don't think me serious is Bobby Joe. Or what's her name? Bobby Joe? Bobby with an I?
I feel like I was used in a timing where I was being used in a certain way. That's how I feel. If that's wrong, then okay. But that's my perspective after really looking at this for a long time. And I'm angry and I'm hurt and I'm a lot of things. I don't even know how to explain all of this. But I came running at the opportunity to finally face the people who had been hurting me for a really long time. That was my first thought. And you know what? That was an emotional decision. And that was why I'm glad I never said anything yet, because I needed to take the time. This was months ago when this all started. But it's not cool. None of this is cool. None of this drama has anything to do with Colby. Okay? I would stand up for my convictions. If I feel that it's my time to take heat for my convictions, I'm cool with that. I'll take the heat. Because I'm willing to die on my convictions. This is not my conviction. I don't even know this whole situation like I thought I did until all of this stuff started coming out, all of these people involved, all of this drama. Man, damn, like I have nothing to do with this. And yes, I have had nothing but respect and a good relationship with Hidden True Crime. And I want to make this clear so everyone understands where I stand. We had good conversations when we did talk on lives. I've enjoyed having those conversations. I've enjoyed those situations. And I thought we were really close and I really enjoyed having that. And I just had to take a step back and really think about the whole situation for everything. Now, again, do I want people going at them? No. But to make it seem like we were closer than we...
But, okay, this is where he loses me a little bit. And I say this because my thought is this. If you see such a problem with this, you know, I mean, maybe he hasn't really thought about this in depth, but the whole adoption thing, right? Adopted son thing, that should be something that he never wants to see happen to someone else. So I'm not sure that he's quite in the headspace to think in the future that there's going to be other crimes that are, you know, murders and things like that, that Lauren can pull in and do the same thing too. And I don't think that as the son of Lori, that he should be the one to try to fix that or make that not happen again. I don't think that should be put on his shoulders. But I think that if we read between the lines, we can see what he's saying. And I don't think he's being cowardly. I think he's just being him and saying what he thinks. And I don't think it's on him to make sure that this doesn't happen again. I think we can take his comments here and use them as enough leverage to say, he's saying he was used. What more do we need? We have Lori Vallow's son saying they fucking used me. Like, why do we need him to say straight up, fuck you, John, fuck you, Lord? We don't need that. We can hear what he's saying without him getting drug into it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it anyways. I don't think it's on his shoulders to make sure this doesn't happen. I think he's been through enough. And I think it's like our job as creators on here to spread the news, to talk about this and make it known for other people so it doesn't happen again.
But to make it seem like we were closer than we were hurts me, because I've already been through the ringer and I've allowed, because I've been nice, for Netflix to screw me. I've allowed people to get close to me because I wouldn't.
How did Netflix screw him? Because weren't Lauren and John involved in the Netflix? The Sins of My Mother? How did he get screwed? Does anybody know?
Set the boundary, even though I felt it in my spirit that they were doing me wrong, and I allowed them to get close, and I allowed things to happen because I was a people pleaser and I allowed it. So yes, I take responsibility for a lot of this stuff. I could have addressed what Annie was saying about me years ago. That should have been something I did. And in that time, I didn't, because I didn't want to start a problem. I didn't want to get everybody all pissed off. I didn't want to have to face all the people who thought she was right, because I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know the context. I do. Unfortunately, I do. And unfortunately, I know the context when it comes to this situation as well. But I'm being brought up by everybody in this situation, and I don't even know why. I really, truly can tell you, I don't know why I'm coming up. And it's because my mom is Lori Vallow. And so now it's like, oh, well, if you bring Colby into it, Netflix did the same thing. You bring Colby's name into something and it becomes something else because my mom's Lori. And I don't play that. If you don't see me as a human being and not just freaking Lori Vallow's son, I don't know what to tell you. That's not who I am by identity. That's like me addressing you guys as your parents' kid. That's all you are.
Yeah, and I thought this was interesting too. I don't think it's fair. I mean, when he said I'm almost 30, it really dawned on me that this guy is young, man. He's not even 30 yet. That's crazy to me. And to think 6 years back, what was he, 23? Holy shit. That really hit me when he said that. I'm not even 30 yet. And to be known as Lori Vallow's son would be a tough pill to swallow. And then to be used because you're Lori Vallow's son. Like, the last thing you would think is, oh, somebody wants to be affiliated with me because of my mom. But no, they do. They want to use you. 30's pretty young to me. I'm 52, and 30's young to me. He mentioned that Netflix producers made things look different than they were in the documentary.
That's not an identity.
I mean, my son is 30 years old, and he's married with a child, and I can't imagine him going through all this in his 20s and then having to deal with all these people.
As your parents' kid, that's all you are. That's not an identity. But people know if they say something about me or my family or anything like that, that something can keep coming on, right? Now, again, I'll address something. I haven't heard a lot. This is not something that I've heard a lot as of lately. This is not the peak of it. This is something that obviously happened a while ago. And unfortunately, I feel like at some point you have to just say your piece and be done with it. That's why we're addressing this today. This needs to be out of the way, move on, carry on. This is exactly what I want you guys to know because I care about our community. And I know a lot of you have had these questions, but it's really, really, really unfair to bring me into this. And you know what? I do not condone other channels ripping people to shreds. I don't. That's not the way to deal with your situations. I don't. Yes. Do I rip Chad Daybell to shreds a lot? Yes, I do. He killed my family, so I'm pretty pissed off.
You have the right to rip Chad Daybell to pieces, Colby. You absolutely do.
People and their looks and all that stuff. Come on, bro. You got to grow up. Would you like that if someone went at your looks?
People go at my looks all the time, Colby. They really do. And I know you're not talking to me, but I'm not coming at Lauren's looks from a place, like I just said, of being superficial. It's clearly the change.
Would you like if somebody was making fun of you as a human being and your life and that stuff? No. That's another thing I don't play. I don't play with that. I have no respect for people who take it that way. And I told Lori that Chad was Peter Griffin privately. Never knew that was going to come out publicly. I was
Wait,
pissed
what?
off.
Wait, when did that come out publicly? Peter Griffin? Who said that? He said that, but who brought that out? Peter Griffin, hold on.
That's another thing I don't play. I don't play with that. I have no respect for people who take it that way. And I told Lori that Chad was Peter Griffin privately. Never knew that was going to come out publicly. I was pissed off when I said that. But I don't condone these people ripping people to shreds for their looks. That's seriously, come on, bro. It's not funny. It's not funny to do that. That's bullying at its finest. Even if somebody did something wrong.
Well, it's kind of funny that you called him Peter Griffin. I mean, you kind of said that behind the scenes, which is funny. I think that you should say that publicly. I don't think it's petty at all. This guy killed your families. Your family members. Thank you, Vonda.
Come on. And if you guys look, I can honestly say, I know I drew a line in the sand. I know what I'm saying. And I understand if you guys are upset, you have every right. You should make your own opinion about people. That's fine. I'm not trying to sway you. I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. You don't even have to believe me. But I'm going to tell you my perspective for the first time because I've never said this stuff and I've been taking hits for years because people have walked me like a dog because I've allowed it. No more. You will not walk me like a dog. I'm not going where you lead me on my leash. I'm a grown man. I'm going to stand up for my family and the people that I love. And if you want to talk your talk, go ahead. And if you want to respond to this, go ahead. You can form your own.
A jail call. Jail calls aren't private. He didn't say that in private. He said that on a jail call that's recorded.
Own opinion.
Hello, Lily.
That's fine. Here's what I've experienced. This is my experience that I've had to deal with. And this is just a tip of the iceberg, bro. You guys have no idea how deep all this stuff goes.
I'm sure that's
years and years of laying down, being destroyed while you are going through what feels like hell on earth, and people adding to the bag for their own personal gain. On your family, on you, on everything. All I've tried to do is live a certain way and try to be as open about this stuff and try to help people learn and grow and share my experiences and hope that we all can understand that we're all human beings. That's all I've wanted this whole time. And people, for some reason, take advantage of you or go at you and they decide that that's what they're going to do. And they make it all about what they can get out of it. And I just think that's wrong. None of this is just for you to play around with. You don't get to just bring up Tylee and JJ and Tammy and Charles just to play around with it. You guys say whatever you want. I get all the comments. Grifter, everything in the world, milking it, obsessed, whatever, bro. I do not care what you think. I do not care. If this was your family, you know, the last thing I would do is hop on your YouTube channel and tell you to get over it. The last thing I'd ever do is leave a comment about you, how you should grow up and how you're obsessed with what happened to your family.
Wow, he gets comments like that? That's pretty fucked up. I don't think he should get over it either. I mean, his family was killed. That's fucking wild.
But you know what? Again, you're allowed to have your opinion.
I am.
Go ahead, say
Becky.
it. Another big reason why I'm upset and another thing that really hurt me is when I heard Lauren comparing herself to Charles and Tylee. That felt really wrong. Like,
yes.
I don't think we can even fathom what Charles or Tylee was going through before they were taken by their mother and their wife.
Thank you,
we
Cynthia.
don't throw that out there. We don't say.
See, I agree with this right here.
That kind of thing because it's not even close to the same situation. And I don't want to speak rudely about her and say that, but that situation was so out of pocket. You do not say stuff like that. You do not say that because you don't know. I don't know what Tylee was going through and I don't know what Charles was going through. But their lives got ended. So no, we don't just throw their names out there, and I don't play that. So that's what I'm trying to say. This stuff all happened later on, which is really unfortunate because those conversations before were never like this. There wasn't that issue.
So there was a change.
And now there's issues. And unfortunately, because it will not stop and my name keeps has to come up, I have to come on here and have to explain everything because that's what we have to do. I'd much rather be talking to you guys about how we can move on and create better lives, but sometimes you just have to address something. I want to also say we're not here to start things about others. I'm not here to try to.
It's Robbie. He knows about the adjacent mean girls group in depth, it sounds like. Did you know that he moved to Rexburg for like 6 to 8 months and then dipped? I have a feeling they weren't very welcoming. No, I did not. I haven't followed him since all of this has, gone to trial and stuff.
Hurt other people, go at them. I think I've said what needs to be said. There's a lot that I haven't said, and it doesn't need to be said. That's the point. That would all just be personal anger, upset, frustration, whatever. But I'm not going to sit here and allow it. And you know what? When we did that video about Tylee at my wedding, that was a direct response to those people, that group of people, or at least specifically Annie, because she wants to sit here and tell the public lies
Back to Annie.
about me, how Tylee wasn't at my wedding, and I have to hear this from other people because I'm not following it. You think I care? No, but that's...
You do care. That's why you're mad about it. Don't say you don't care, because you do care. But what is this about? Did she say that Tylee wasn't at his wedding? And if so, what was the point of that?
Tylee wasn't at my wedding, and I have to hear this from other people because I'm not following it. You think I care? No, but that's ridiculous. You are ridiculous for coming out and trying to start lies because you know that no one's fact checking you. Don't be the person who says you talk nothing but facts and lie. You can't have it both ways. I would have respect for somebody who would at least try their best to understand how hard this is and not make it all about whatever they're trying to get out at the end of the day, but by specifically lying about so much. I do not play that. People have had their lives changed forever over this. This is not a fucking game. Yes, it's public. I get that. You're allowed to talk about it. Channels are going to cover it. That's just life. I get it. But these are human beings. This is my family. I'm the last one. I'm the only one left. So I feel like it's my responsibility because no one else in my family is going to say anything. I fucking will. I'm not doing that with you guys anymore. I'm not putting up with it. I'm not putting up with any of...
I love this. I love this. He shouldn't put up with any of the shit. He should put his fucking foot down. I think this is amazing. And as a matter of fact, just to annoy people who don't like that I rewind and go back over things, I'm going to rewind and go over that. Because this is his fucking family. Stop it. If you don't like him personally and things that he's done in his past, fine. But right now, right here, we're talking about his mom, Lauren Matthias, and all this bullshit. He's talking about Annie too, but I'm not. But
This is my family. I'm the last one. I'm the only one left. So I feel like it's my responsibility because no one else in my family is going to say anything. I fucking will.
In his family, they're not saying anything. He is the only one. Take your power back, Colby. Speak for yourself. You don't need them for interviews. You don't need them to tell you, oh, how special you are. You know who you are. You're a father now. You're a husband. And I just think that this is part of his journey.
This is my family. I'm the last one. I'm the only one left. So I feel like it's my responsibility because no one else in my family is going to say anything. I fucking will. I'm not doing that with you guys anymore. I'm not putting up with it. I'm not putting up with any of your crap. If you want to talk to me, come talk to me. Come have a personal conversation. Be a grown up and come talk to me. If you don't, fine. Keep saying your lies. I'm going to check you on them. I'm not playing with you anymore. You're not going to treat me like that. You're not going to treat my family like that. You're not going to get away with your lies. I'm not doing it anymore. The things that have been said are so out of pocket. It's actually disgusting and hurtful. And I've said nothing. I've said nothing. This whole year for me has been so freaking hard, bro. And all I've tried to do for our community is continue to just see how you can deal with all of these situations and the best as you can. It's not my job to sit here and try to clear up every freaking rumor. It's not my job to try to make everybody feel better. It's not my job to try to make everybody understand my perspective. And you don't have to believe me. That's fine. But I'm done. I'm very, very, very done with this. And I see it everywhere I go, everywhere I turn, I see something more about what's going on and how there's so much more information and new this and new that. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Can we all move on now? Yes. Lauren and John's situation is not something I'm going to speak to about what a specific.
Okay, now that part I didn't like. No, we can't move on. No. Okay, this is where, no, we can't move on now. Because we've got Lauren and John wanting people to go to fucking prison, Colby. Okay? This isn't just drama. And that's where he's mislabeling what's going on with Christina and them as drama. It may have started out as drama, but it surely didn't end as drama. It surely didn't end as drama. We heard the court audio. We saw the body cams from CrimeCon, from Lauren's house. Now, I don't know if he's watched that, but
okay,
you can't move on.
Can we all move on now? Yes. Lauren and John's situation is not something I'm going to speak to about what specifically was being said about them. But at the end of the day, I gave you what I feel and what I've experienced, and that's just as simple as I can make it. And I'm going to have to say this because it's very unfortunate that we're here, and it's unfortunate to make this video. But here it is. I'm not associated with that. I'm not. Please stop putting me in all of this stuff. Please stop pulling me into your drama. Please leave my name out of it. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm being part of it. I don't know. Just because I've collabed with them, I understand that. I felt like we were friends, but I realized that I'm going to be put in a bad position first. I'm going to be put in a position where I have to just sit there and take the hits instead of like a true friend telling you and being there for you as well. So it's not fair when you don't have that true friendship and then you get thrown into the fire too. That's just using people. And I don't like that. I'm not going to play that. Don't use me because I'm not going to use you. That's not fair. And I'm not like that. I'm not going to use somebody to get what I want. So I'm very upset.
Well, they used you to get what they wanted. They used you to build their podcast. They used your grief and your trauma to build their show. Hidden productions with hidden motives.
Frustrated. I'm sick and tired of it. It's been 6 years. I've put up with enough. I put up with enough from so many different people. It's not even funny. And at the end of the day, we are taking steps forward. Watching Chad's trial is a step forward for me. That's the reason I'm doing it. It's a step forward.
You can do whatever you want.
That's what this channel and this community has been about. Taking steps forward in life. And I'm not doing this anymore. So I'm understanding that people are going to bring me up still. I'm understanding. I'm not stupid. I know it's going to happen regardless of what I say, but I couldn't take it another day. I couldn't take it another day.
See, I think he's pretty realistic too. He's like, I know people are going to talk about this. I know that, this is not going to end here with me, but I needed to say what I needed to say. And I think that we need to focus on the examples he gave. Not what he didn't say, but what he did say. And read between the lines.
It's very unfair to me and my family. It's very unfair to Kelsey, and it's unfair in so many different ways. If you want to talk about me, expect a response. Okay? Because I'm not doing what you've done. You've been doing it for 6 years.
Okay. Lover of bad puns. You haven't seen anyone bringing them up. However, don't you think that on his channel, there's tons of people that are asking, don't you have a thought on this? What do you have to say about what John and Lauren are doing? People run to him for accountability. They run to him for his opinion to see what they should do. Unfortunately, he's probably got more parasocial relationships attached to him in his chats, in his memberships and things than we've ever even seen. Okay? His parasocial connections with the viewers is going to be off the charts because he's a victim, because he's Lori Vallow's son. And that's just the way it is.
If you think that I'm going to come up and not have at least say my side or my piece about it, you're wrong. And that's the other thing. Now all this other stuff is happening. I didn't even get to, my focus was so thrown off during the trial from my own dad by this stuff. That infuriated me. That infuriated me. I understand people are going through real stuff on the other side. I get it. Take it somewhere else. Take it somewhere else. That's disrespectful to so many people. And I'm going to say this lastly before I'm done. Please do not go attack other people. Please do not. Make your own opinion. Form your own opinion. Please. And I'm not here to sway
Wait a
you.
minute.
I'm not.
Wait a minute. Ashes to ashes. HTC gathered huge funds for Colby. Is Colby going to return the money to the HTC donators? Why should he? Wow. Ashes to ashes. That really throws me off. Why should he ever have to return any funds? For what? Because he was used by Hidden True Crime, he should have to give the money back that their viewers raised? I don't get that. You lost me there.
I'm not here to try to make you pick a side. I'm not here to try to make you feel bad for me. I wanted you guys to know my perspective and truth. That's it. That is the truth. It's not my truth. It's the truth. And it's my perspective of the truth. And it's what I've seen, and I'm sick and tired of all of it. But please, let's not start a mob of people trying to go at others or start things. Like, please don't do it. It's not worth it. That just feeds into the fire for more people to jump on a bandwagon and start more drama. It's not freaking worth it. I do not want to start the disrespect on others, and I'm not here to make fun of people or say anything. I'm just not going to tolerate those things and reasons what I told you today. I'm not going to tolerate that stuff anymore. It's not fair. Anyway, thank you for listening to this. I, again, did not have any desire to ever have to do this, ever. This is so stupid, and I'm so pissed off still because this is something I felt like I had to be forced to do after literally saying nothing for a
Ashes, why are you worried about the money, dude? Did you donate? I think he should get fucking royalties from Hidden True Crime if you want to know the truth. Ashes. Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. That's weird.
long time. And here we are. Freaking drama. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Please, today's a great day to move forward. Choose better. We can all be better. That's the whole point of life.
Okay.
Strive to be better. Lift each other up. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm angry at these people anymore. I'm just upset with the behavior. I'm upset with what's happened. I'm upset with the situation. I don't hate them. I don't hate Annie. She hurt me badly. I don't hate John and Lauren at all. I want the best for people. I don't want to see people fail. I don't want to see people fall. I don't want to see people get hurt. That's not fun. That's not great. This is a great time to learn and grow from this situation and move on, have a better life, and just move forward. That's all this can be. So I really hope that's what happens. Please, anybody who watches this, please do not go start going at people, please. That's not what we're here to do. We're better than that. If anything else more needs to be said about the situation, I'll tell you. But I don't really think there's anything else more for you guys to know, because I don't need to give you every detail. I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to hurt somebody or do anything, but I'm the one that's been hurt. I'm the one also that's had a lot of issues with this, and I'm the one who's taken a lot of these punches. And I don't think that that's okay anymore. Why do I have to put you above myself so I can make you feel better and not say what is really truly going on and how hard it is and how frustrated I am? And you know what? Lastly, none of this is being picked up because other people have gotten upset with those people. This is me finally just saying what I think and feel after a long time of working through my feelings. This is not because there's a bunch of people going at True Crime or anything like that. That has nothing to do with this. This does not sway my opinion.
Okay, I disagree. I think the only reason he came out was because of Hidden True Crime. And I think that maybe it was an opportunity for him to address what he wanted to address to Annie. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that seems how it's kind of going down. Like, he took this opportunity to address the things he's been wanting to address.
I mean, I'll form my own opinion. I have to go do my own research. It's the fact that I've been brought into it, and now people show up in our place of peace, in a place where we have formed a true community and a real group of people, and bring this to it and just taint the waters. I don't play that. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. Love you guys. Really, really hope for.
All right, so that's it. That's it for him. You guys are a hard bunch to handle here. You guys are pretty critical. Joe Ryan was Lori's third husband. Yeah, I know. I was corrected earlier. They all have tried to manipulate Colby, and Trisha is the biggest manipulator of them all. That's why Lauren keeps her close. That's why Lauren keeps Trisha Griffith in her back pocket. Hey, Peekaboo. I think that he was very careful in his wording. I think he said what needed to be said. We heard the examples. I don't think he's going to fuck with them anymore. And I think that's just where he's at. I don't think he's going to call them and be like, fuck you, John. Fuck you, Lauren. I think he's saying, I'm not on either side. I'm done. I'm not fucking with either of these people. Like, I'm not fucking with either side. Yeah, saying he owes them money. I don't know where the fuck that came from. If anything, they owe him money. They made a lot of fucking money off of him, his family, and that entire case. And here he is going through fucking therapy to deal with it. Fuck you, John, and fuck you, Lowen. Speaking of Lowen, we've got one more thing I want to go over. So what I did.
So let's watch this.
Was I cut the bed video out of the 9-hour live. And I think bouncing off of what Colby just said and watching the bed video will really put a lot of things in perspective for us. So hopefully it does. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll watch and see. But watching just the bed portion of the 9-hour live is wild. Okay? Because she mixed it all in with all this bullshit. I'm being like, she played it in the very beginning. It took me 10 minutes to catch on that, oh, this lady's probably lying. So in that 10 minutes, I don't think I was really being too critical of her. So what I want to do is watch just this bed portion because it's wild. But if you will be patient with me, I need to go get something to drink. My coffee's gone cold and I need something cold to drink. And I don't want cold coffee. So if you give me just 1 second to grab a Coke Zero. You guys can check out the eyelashes while I'm gone. I don't know you. I only talked to you because I wanted to get eyelash extensions. Other than that, fuck off. I don't know your ass. Okay, hold on. Where's my headphones? Thank you for your patience. Okay. Let me get cozy. Thanks, Crochet. Thank you guys all for calling in last night that called in. I loved hearing your voices to your names. And What do you mean the 9 hours gone? What you talking about, Willis? You know I'm going to check. Hold on. There's no way she deleted the 9-hour live. Are you pulling my chain? It's not gone. What are you talking about? Elaine says, Jay, you look really, really young. Thanks. It's there. No, it's there. It's there. Absolutely. I love giving you guys a voice, and we'll do it again. It was so enjoyable. The call-in was good. You should replay it. Yeah, it's still there. Kylie's like, it's happening. It's happening.
The law and crime.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to watch the bed portion. Here we go. 20 minutes of the bed portion. Nectar of the gods. I agree. Pink pajamas.
Whether or not this goes through, I don't know. I think that's where I think I'm willing to start talking. Because I always just want to do things right. When they go low, you go high, and just do things.
I always want to do things right. From the very beginning, this is bullshit. But keep into consideration, I know, Dr. Vonda, we missed you. Keep into consideration that Grayson is filming this, and I zoomed in so we could see body language.
Things right and rely on maybe responsible people to help. don't know if that's gonna happen in this situation, and that's okay. But if it can't happen in this situation, that like, you know, that like no laws or legal things can help me, then I at least want to like finally talk about it, even with my boys, and
She talks.
share what's been happening.
She's really losing it. I mean, this is fucking nuts right here. She's like, oh, and she's got her wine and whatever's in that cup, and she's all over the fucking place, wiping her fucking face, and Grayson's filming, and look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Put this on Netflix, please. Look at her. Look at her. Watch. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck. You can't make this shit up. Girl, you should have been in Hollywood where your mama was born and went into acting because you are quite the actress.
Situation, and that's okay. But if it can't happen in this situation, that like, you know, that like no laws or legal things can help me.
So this is after the hearing, okay? No laws or legal things can help me. This is after the judge said, no, you're not taking away this girl's freedom of speech. That's not what a stalking injunction is for. No laws or legal things can help me.
No laws or legal things can help me. Then I at least want to like finally talk about it, even with my boys, and share what's been happening. Because I do want to help with like cyberbullying now, and I know that I'm a public figure. I've never been held up.
Wait, what? She's like, just stop. Just stop. She's talking to us. She's having either a fake breakdown or a real breakdown. This is wild. Dr. Vonda, what do you think of this? She starts talking to herself like she did in the mirror. I love you, Lauren. I love you, Lauren. I love you, Lauren. She says my voice. I at least want to finally talk about it in my voice.
Share what's been happening.
Share what's been happening.
Because I do want to help with like cyberbullying now, and I know that
I do want to help with like cyberbullying now. What is she talking about? What does that mean?
I'm a public figure. I've never been held up.
And I know that I'm a public figure. Never mind. Hold on. Stop it. Stop it.
Then I at least want to like finally talk about it, even with my boys, and share what's been happening. Because I do want to help with like cyberbullying now, and I know that I'm a public figure. I've never been held up. Just stop for a second. I was like really zen before you started.
I was like really zen? Huh? You're having a fucking breakdown and then you say, I was like really zen before we started recording. I was really zen. She's at her favorite hotel in Utah here.
And I know that I'm a public figure. I've never been held up. Just stop for a second. I was like really zen before you started.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I can't even process what I don't know. I'm sorry.
She's drank so much red wine. She has a red wine mustache. Oh my word. You remember the Kool-Aid mustaches when you were a kid? She got a red wine mustache. Watch.
I don't know.
Watch. From that cup. Watch.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Red wine. Look, she has a red wine mustache. Holy. I am done. I'm DONE. Wow. How much of that red juice have you drank? Holy fark.
And I want John.
I want John.
And I'm worried about John.
Why don't you have John? What do you mean I want John?
And I want John.
Worried about John.
And I'm worried about my son.
But I'm worried about my son, but I'm not home. What do you mean? If you're worried about your son and your husband, why aren't you home? Look at this is when she really freaks out.
But
The fuck? I don't know if it's red wine.
I just think, sorry.
I feel like I'm watching The Office.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything will be okay. It really will. But I'm like a really resilient person, in my opinion.
Oh my god.
It's texting.
Who are you talking to? I'm a really resilient person, in my opinion.
Okay. It really will. But I'm like a really resilient person.
Colby's in chat. Where is Colby? I missed it. These @ names F me up all the time. Where is he? Thank you, Dr. Vonda, for letting me know. I don't see Colby. But welcome in, Colby. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you don't hate my review. Is he mad at me?
Person, in my opinion. It's texting. You're good. What? You're good. Is it John? It's actually Vicky. And it's gonna be okay. But I just I don't know what to say. Other creators
Oh, wait.
calling.
Wow, that was a hard edit. No, I do read my chat a lot. Oh, there he is, Colby J. Ryan. There you are. He said, you did a very honest job. I appreciate your perspective. Thank you, Colby. And I appreciate yours. And I respect, and I really do see growth in you. I don't know if that means shit coming from me, but I really do think that you have shown tremendous growth in your life. And I just think that, I don't know. You said what needed to be said. Fuck the haters. Fuck the bad comments. For real. No one has been in your shoes, and until they have, they can all FDO, as I say.
Fuck directly off.
And your mod called in last night too, Colby, and she was very, very, very nice.
People I care about to tell them lies about me. Slut shaming me. One woman is going around saying I live with her brother, which, by the way, if I had lived with some random dude in East Idaho, who the hell cares? But this is a guy I went on a single date with, never kissed, but now I've lived with him. What else?
Okay, one has to ask why she's bringing this stuff up. This is what gets me, right? Because like people bring things up. It's like, I don't know, for those of you that follow BJ, okay, someone that I used to review. BJ did a live yesterday where she was driving, and she's known to read her chat and drive. So what does BJ say? Before anyone even asks, she says, y'all, I'm not driving. You know what I'm saying? Because she fucking was. So that's what I'm picking up out of this. I know I don't describe it great. I'm not a psychologist. But why is she bringing up these specific things? These must be the specific things that she's worried about, that she's trying to get in front of.
One woman is
Random person. You want to bring drama into this? You want to do that? Okay. Yes, it did happen. Yes, we did talk about it. I mean, what else do you want to know, random person? You want to try to make Colby feel like shit? Is that your fucking goal here? Because we're not doing that. People grow. People change their ways. People grow up. And like I said before, he's not even 30 yet. Like, When he said I'm not even 30, that dawned on me. This guy's been through shit in his 20s that most people couldn't even handle in a fucking lifetime. And like I said, we're talking about the issue with hidden true crime and all of this drama that's going on with that. We're not talking about his personal life. We're not talking about that. So don't. Just don't.
Going around saying I lived with her brother, which, by the way, if I lived with some random dude in East Idaho, who the hell cares? But this is a guy I went on a single date with, never kissed, but now I've lived with him. What else? Finding out, like I said, fellow podcasters are calling people that I know to warn them about me and tell them that I had an affair on John.
So what?
With an investigator.
Oh, what? Why would this? What? Oh, this is kind of like what Kylie said. Kylie said, like, maybe that fake email was to find out, like, who knew what. So we're going to send it off to all these people and say, hey, have you gotten, things about Lauren or whatever? But now she's bringing up some affair? I had never even heard this. I never heard Janice, Christina, Lynn's, any of them. Liz, none of these people. I've never heard any of those girls talk about some affair. What the fuck? Based on my experience, this is some leakage. Whoever said that in chat.
There was a lot of leakage.
Date with, never kissed, but now I've lived with him. What else? Finding out, like I said, fellow podcasters are calling people that I know.
Fellow podcasters? Who? Lindsay Hendricks says, this is why I dug so hard to figure out who the fuck Brandon Hobbs was. It was so odd. See, we didn't pick up on all this when we watched the 9 hour because the 9 hour was so much. She put so much emotion and dramatics that this little clip was kind of overlooked. We all watched it, but we were like, she's a drama queen. But this is wild. Fellow podcasters calling people about an affair?
To warn them about me and tell them that I had an affair on John with an investigator in the Daybell case that John knows really well and is friends with. That.
Oh, she had to what?
I mean,
do you know how many people have affairs and their friends, the other spouse that's unknowing is around that person? Do you know how often that happens? Are you guys picking up what I'm laying down? Just because John met this guy does not mean that there wasn't an affair. That does not equal no affair. That equals some dirty shit, but it doesn't equal no affair just because John knows him. Sorry. Look at her. Look at her. She's looking right at the camera, too. Oh, John knows him. I wouldn't fuck someone John knows. Come on, Lauren. Come on. This is not working well for you. Okay, here. One woman's going around saying I lived with her brother, didn't even kiss him, and if I did live with him, who cares? So she probably did, right?
But this is a guy I went on a single date with, never kissed, but now I've lived with him. What else? Finding out, like I said, fellow podcasters are calling people that I know to warn them about me and tell them that I had an affair on John with an investigator in the Daybell case that John knows really well and is friends with.
Oh, did you see that Duper's Delight?
In the Daybell case that John knows really well and is friends with.
Oh, yikes.
That. I mean,
it's been unending.
The things I've. I mean,
it's been unending.
Did you hear Grayson? It's been unending. Ew, Grayson, you're creepy. You're creepy chiming in like that. I wonder if Colby ever had to meet Grayson. If Colby had to meet Grayson, I'm really sorry.
That. I mean,
it's been unending.
The things I've had to continue to clarify every day, and when I finally feel like I get a hold of it, so it's not just like the cyberbullying that's public, it's what's going on beneath the surface.
Oh, what's going on? It's not the cyberbullying that's public. It's what's going on beneath the surface. Or maybe beneath the sheets. I don't know. What the fuck's going on? Ooh, if an affair. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Thank you for your super chat, Unsolved Amy. She's an insufferable victimizer. Absolutely. But listen, let's break this down. What exactly is she saying here? It's not what's public, it's what's going on beneath the surface.
That's so cruel. And none of these people have been willing to reach out and like fucking reach out to me.
Oh, this is even more proof that she would have sent out the fake email because no one's reaching out. She don't know what people are talking about. She doesn't know who knows what. She's spiraling. Spiraling. No one will fucking reach out to me. She wants to know what they know. Hence, maybe sending out a Proton email to try to find out what's going to be put out.
That's public. It's what's going on beneath the surface. That's so cruel. And none of these people have been willing to reach out and like fucking reach out to me. People that know me that I've been kind to.
Oh. People that know me that I've been kind
are
to.
going behind my back telling people lies about. No evidence. Never mind that they're supposed to be journalists.
Talking about Gigi?
You have Lori Hellis, someone I've been good to that I've never brought before. So it's good to her.
Do you think she's talking about Gigi? She says, never mind, they're supposed to be a journalist.
To be journalists. You have Lori Hellis, someone I've been good to that I've never brought up before. I'm always good to her.
Oh.
Claiming that I gave out 10,000 copies of her book and she's telling everyone to the point where we got to get an attorney.
What?
But I've never.
You had to get an attorney or your fucking brother? Wait a minute. Did she ever have to get an attorney against Hellis? What is this about? Claiming I gave out 10,000 copies of her book and we had to get an attorney?
10,000 copies of her book and she's telling everyone to the point where we got to get an attorney. But I've never sent out free copies of her book to anyone, ever.
You didn't? Isn't there evidence of her sending out the book? I'm so confused. And Lisa Discovers, thank you for your super chat. She says, isn't Grayson in charge of crisis management? She did have to get it. Did they go to court? You don't need a lawyer to send a cease and desist, though. Huh. Jazz hands.
Telling the person that originally sent it to me that I did that to them.
What?
And then, of course, when she accused us of that, I then sent it to our attorney.
Your brother?
I guarantee you none of you received a book copy of Lori Hellis's book from me, despite allegedly 10,000 people. The idea that we were purposely changing our time, by the way, too. No, we had to get a babysitter. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
What?
The idea that we were purposely changing our time, by the way, too. No, we had to get a babysitter. I don't know why.
Wait, was there an issue of time slots? We had to change our time, by the way, because we had to get a babysitter. So was she changing the time of her lives and going over like Hellis or something? What?
People. The idea that we were purposely changing our time, by the way, too. No, we had to get a babysitter. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But it's like what this group mob mentality has been doing is taking all these old beefs and they're reaching out to them. And there was a whisper campaign is the best way to say it. It's adult bullying, it's group bullying. It's believing without seeing. Screenshots of mine have been shared. Some when I've been angry at other creators. Got over it later. Those have been being shared. I'm ashamed of that. Maybe you can edit that later, but I'll just share everything.
What does that mean? You don't want that in there? Maybe you can edit that later? Screenshots of mine have been shared when I was angry with other creators.
Some when I've been angry at other creators, got over it later. Those have been being shared. I'm ashamed of that. Maybe you can edit that later, but I'll just share everything right now. But
Grayson, you probably should have edited that part out. If you were a good editor, that would have never made it to the movie or to the video.
I've owned it. I've owned that.
You owned it? Is that because you apologized to Gigi? Is that what you owned? Because what did she own? Exactly. You know what I mean? Because didn't she say she apologized to Gigi?
If you call Gigi.
You want me to call Gigi?
You said sorry to the people that needed it.
I said sorry to them.
Oh, Grayson says, you said sorry to the people that needed it.
You said sorry to the people that needed it.
I said sorry to them.
Oh, Grayson, you are creepy.
People that
I've owned that.
you said sorry to the people that needed it.
I said sorry to them.
Did you say sorry to Colby? Will you say sorry to Colby? That's the question. Will you say sorry to Crusha? That's the question.
But those people have continued on. Nobody again reaching out to me. And I have to be honest. Entire rooms shutting me where I belong. Where I've helped. Where I've.
Entire rooms shutting me where I belong? Wow. Where do you think you belong? Thank you, Brenda Peacock, for your super chat. I know. Thank God she has a shitty ass editor. That's truth.
Given my entire heart to. Right? Entire rooms shutting me where I belong. Where I've helped. Where I've given my entire heart to and soul. Being shunned because of lies and of a whisper campaign and of adults who can't come to me and ask me what.
A whisper campaign of adults who can't come to me. Maybe they don't want to come to you. Maybe they saw your true colors and they're just walking away. Not everybody has to come to you. Who are you? My God, you are insufferable.
And she sent out cease and desist letters to.
It's true, is it? But rather go and start a cyberbullying campaign and join it and follow it as the lies continue, as they talk about my dead brother and my husband.
Stop it.
And you know what it is?
What?
It's being dubbed dark. Like, that's what John and I have been talking about a lot, too. Like,
being dubbed
I
dark.
feel like Charles Vallow running around, like, trying to get people to understand what's going on and trying to figure out what's happening, and no one will talk to me.
How dare you? Did you see what she just said? Not only did she compare herself to Charles, look what she says. This is fucking wild. She says, it's being dubbed dark. Like, that's what John and I have been talking about. Why, Lauren? Who dubbed you dark? Are you writing Chad Daybell? Is it getting to your head? Did Chad tell you were a -4 or whatever? Like, what is going on? It's being dubbed dark. John and I have been talking about that lately. Like, what? Who dubbed you that? Chad? Lori? What's going on? Trisha?
It's being dubbed dark. Like, that's what John and I have been talking about a lot, too. Like, I feel like like Charles Vallow running around, like, trying to get people to understand what's going on and trying to figure out what's happening, and no one will talk to me. And then all of a sudden I get labeled dark.
And all of a sudden I get labeled dark. What?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's not me. I'm good. This is.
Oh, and there's Grayson to just validate that. Yeah. It's being labeled dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
Dude, these two, they feed off each other. They feed off each other.
Dark.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's not me. I'm good. This isn't me.
I'm good? What the?
And then just wondering about this world in general. I think I've been really depressed because I just think about this world in general.
What?
And raising my son in it.
Okay, this is not someone who should be covering true crime stories. Can we agree on that? Everything else aside, this person is not mentally capable to cover true crime stories, in my opinion. This is wild. If you're questioning the world you live in, you need to step away from the true crime for a bit. At least take a fucking break. Wow. I'm worried about this world in general. No, this is the vibe that her son's getting from her as a mother. Her son is asking if Chad Daybell's coming to Thanksgiving dinner. Take a break. There's something wrong. You're too invested. This isn't your life. You don't know these people. As much as you like to think you do, Lauren, you don't know them. And the truest thing she said is, I've been really depressed. You have. Seek therapy. You've brought it on yourself. You need to talk through it.
And then just wondering about this world in general. I think I've been really depressed because I just think about this world in general and raising my son in it. And like,
what? You know what? And you know what else pisses me off is, remember she said, oh, I had to cancel. I missed a $500 flight because I couldn't go with, my son because I had a panic attack and I couldn't get off the couch. And here you skip on an opportunity to go have fun with your son. Let that sink in. And then you use someone like Colby, right? Who doesn't have his brother to go have fucking fun with anymore. But you're going to sit in a bed and compare yourself to victims that were murdered, claim that you're scared to raise your son who has dark circles and is malnourished, and then skip a vacay because you can't hold it together? You are to blame for the demise of your son, no one else. Holy fark.
I've been really depressed because I just think about this world in general.
Go have fun. Take him to Disney World. Fuck. You have the money?
If there's any hope for kindness in this world and compassion and evidence. How about evidence? Real journalism, when you actually go to the person. Not, realizing people are complex. That I'm complex.
Oh my God.
That I am who.
Not to realize that how dare you not understand how complex I am. Holy crap. And do you know what else? You know what else irks me? Of this, not only in the entitlement we see with calling the police and wasting all these resources, but the fact that, do you know how many people would kill to be able to take their kid on a vacation and can't afford it? I would love to take my daughter on a vacay. You selfish bitch. Oh, she infuriates me.
That I'm complex.
No, you're a bitch.
That I am who I am.
Oh. And insufferable.
Online, that is me. That is my genuine self. But maybe there's a little bit more to me too that I don't show everybody.
What's that?
And just because I don't see it doesn't mean I don't know if it's that I'm not. And if people are wondering,
Huh?
if I've stopped talking to more people online, my friends, my hidden gems, yeah, I have.
Wait, what?
I've stopped talking to more people online, my friends, my hidden gems, yeah, I have.
My friends online?
If I've stopped talking to more people online, my friends, my hidden gems, yeah, I have.
What's a little harsh? What's a little harsh, blue-eyed girl? Blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl? Are you talking to me? I love that. Hold on. What's a little harsh? Look at your picture, Mrs. Beasley. Is that Mrs. Beasley in your picture? Sorry. She's talking to her friends. My hidden gems. So insert the manipulation on the viewers. Okay? This is right for you, the hidden gems. Okay? She couldn't leave y'all out of it. She had to reel you in.
And if people are wondering, if I've stopped talking to more people online, my friends, my hidden gems, yeah, I have. Because I've always wanted to communicate and be close to hidden gems. But as I've done this past year, I've learned that there's a lot of them that just want to destroy me if they don't get out of me what they want. And if I don't act the way they want me to act. Or say.
Oh, she's talking about her own viewers? What? Wow. I'm surprised you have any viewers left. Hey, gems that are still over there being gems, you might want to listen to this part. Because she ain't happy with y'all either. Thank you, 99 Pink Balloons, for becoming a member today. I appreciate you.
She says, welcome to Cooperville. Everybody close your legs. Everybody coming in, close your legs.
Is Steph Callie, during her live rant, were people consoling her? She's making me livid. Yeah, I think they were, and thank you for your super chat. Yeah, she had a lot of support. She even had Crusha's support then. I think she's talking about her gems.
I wanted to communicate and be close to hidden gems. But as I've done this past year, I've learned that there's a lot of them that just want to destroy me if they don't get out of me what they want. And if I don't act the way they want me to act or say what they want me to say. Then they want to destroy me. Or if I speak up, I think a lot of this too is I've always spoken my mind. I don't know. I'm getting in the weeds. I don't know.
I think you can.
So yeah, I speak the truth. And when I see it, I say it. And when I think someone's a bully, I say they're a bully. But I guess that means the bully comes and bullies you when they learn.
Okay.
That you think they're a bully.
Grow up. Bully, bully, bully.
And that people, I just learned that people like public shaming. I don't know. I just worry about this world. That it's cruel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this what you see? Ooh, Grayson, you little snatch.
I don't know. I just worry about this world. That it's cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am human. I am human.
You are? Oh my God, she's not a shapeshifter. She is not a shapeshifter. She just confirmed it.
Yeah. And I am human. I am human. And I put myself out there. And for those reasons, I deserve more scrutiny and criticism. And I believe in public discourse and to criticize me when you feel.
I believe in public discourse. Do you really believe that?
People feel I'm not doing what's right or best in the public. I deserve that.
Come on. I believe in public discourse and in criticism. Why are you deleting all your comments? Why are you deleting your comments if you believe in public discourse, which doesn't even make sense, and criticism. Why are you striking under Kresha if you believe in criticism? Thank you, Liz, for your super chat. She said, as we say in the UK, she's off her rocka. She is off her rocka. But she human.
Criticize me when people feel I'm not doing what's right or best in the public eye. I deserve that.
I deserve that.
It's not what this is.
On crime.
And the fact that rather than focus on making good art, which is what we say here in True Crime,
That's what we say.
quality over quantity.
Oh, quality over
doing good.
What?
I've had to.
Yeah, that's what you say, but that's not what you do. Okay? That's what we say here at Hidden True Crime. That's what you say, but that's not what you are. You say your podcast is clean. You say that you have genuine, motives. That's what you say, but it's not what you do. And you can see what people do in their actions, right? You can tell me all motherfucking day long that you're going to do something. But if I see you do it, then I'm convinced you're the real fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Potato. She says, I can't believe when I first saw this, I felt bad for her. Just shows how context and the whole picture are everything. Amen, sister. This is how people get wood.
On making good art, which is what we say here in True Crime. It's quality over quantity. Doing good.
Doing good.
I've had to.
Cult. Brainwashing.
Worry about my reputation, but also other people. I worry about you, Grayson. I worry about my husband. I worry about my little boy who's been really affected by this.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, man.
You, Grayson. I worry about my husband.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out. I got a redirect yesterday and it just dawned on me. Do you guys remember what channel that was that redirected last night? Because I want to give them a shout out. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it's a new one to me. And he's friends with Andy and all them. Andy collabs with him. And I can't think of his channel. But if you guys can please share the link.
I worry about my little boy who's been really affected by this.
It's like consumed our lives.
Oh, Grayson. Oh, my God. I'm sorry I keep pausing so much, but my goodness gracious. If your little boy has been affected by this, then you turn off the computer and you go on that vacation. Shame on you. Yes, Nick. Nick's channel. Yeah. That's him. Thank you. Nick Stero. Yes. He redirected to me last night. I was like, woohoo. Thank you so much. I just found him. So if the mods could share his link, that would be great.
Because it doesn't stop and nobody can see it. And that's what frustrates you. People are like, don't give it air. I know, I say that every day. We move forward every day pushing through.
I want you to hear what Grayson said again. It's consuming our lives.
Grayson, I worry about my husband. I worry about my little boy who's been really affected by this.
It's like consumed our lives.
Because it doesn't stop affected by this.
It's like consumed our lives.
Because it doesn't stop and nobody can see it. And that's what frustrates you. People are like, don't give it air. I know, I say that every day. We move forward every day pushing through and performing because it doesn't. We know that. And I've never reacted to it until this moment publicly. Well, I don't think this will be public, but like just.
Wait, what?
Who knows? One day it might be. Like, I just want to like record this for like.
Journal.
Yeah, or if it's ever needed for a documentary or.
Oh my God.
Bing bang.
Oh my God. Did I just hear? It's on the screen. I did hear that correctly. Yes, I am fucking dramatic because she just said if it's ever needed for a documentary. Is that documentary going to be produced by Hidden Productions? I'm asking for a friend. Nope. Let's listen to that part again. Let's start with it consumes our lives.
I worry about my little boy who's been really affected by this.
It's like consumed our lives.
Because it doesn't stop and nobody can see it. And that's what frustrates you. People are like, don't give it air. I know, I say that every day. We move forward every day, pushing through and performing because it doesn't. We know that. And I've never reacted to it until this moment publicly. Well, I don't think this will be public, but like just.
Oh. I don't think this is going to be public.
Who knows? One day it might be. Like, I just want to like record this for like.
Journal.
Yeah, or if it's ever needed for a documentary or to show my little boy that he's being cyberbullied, that if I could get.
Oh my God. Or to show you wanted your kid to watch this? Stop it. Oh my God.
The law and crime.
She wants her kid to see this?
Who knows? One day it might be. Like, I just want to like record this for like.
Journal.
Yeah, or if it's ever needed for a documentary or to show my little boy that he's being cyberbullied, that if I could get through it, he can't do.
Oh my God. To show my little boy that if I can get through it, he can too. You're not getting through anything. You're laying in bed crying like a nutbag. Holy shit. No wonder John told you to stay at Grayson's. He does not need this. Holy. Okay, I got to side with John on that one. When John said her son don't need this and to stay at Grayson's, I can 100% see why.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
Like, record this for like.
Journal.
Yeah, or if it's ever needed for a documentary or to show my little boy that he's being cyberbullied, that if I could get through it, he can't do. But like. If like.
Oh my God. Whoa, what just happened? She's like, I need a fucking drink. This is how I'm getting through it, young man. I want you to see. I'm leading by example. What the hell? I gotta watch that in slow-mo. Sorry. Shit, I had it on 1.25. I didn't realize that.
Get through it, he can't do.
Watch that sip.
But like. If like. It's so hard to explain to people.
Holy fuck, man. This is, I am very uncomfortable sitting here. I am very uncomfortable right now. Thank you, Alexi, for breaking this monotony. I never want anyone to see me at my lowest of my lows, shaking my head. Right. Thank you for your czar. 35 czar. This is something else, man. And yes, I'm going to be rewinding like a motherfucker during this one. Grayson.
But he's ever needed for a documentary or to show my little boy that he's being cyberbullied, that if I could get through it, he can't do. But like. If like. It's so hard to explain to people. Like, nobody can see it, not even my friends. Like,
your friends?
My dearest friends, I'll talk to them about it, and they're like, just don't get online. I mean, it's what we all want to say. That's not it. There is a consistent and constant whisper campaign going on, and they're pulling new people in, and they're trying to destroy me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to say that they've succeeded, but I have changed a lot in the past 6 months.
Wait. Okay, this is where I get petty. And Colby, if you're still here, I apologize. But this is where Jake gets a little petty. I just want to play this. I want to play that.
In the changed a lot.
Lauren, enjoying this live? Looking forward to the next live where you react to this live. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face emoji.
Thank you, Moo, for your super chat. I want to put this up on the screen and play this sentence.
Succeeded, but I have changed a lot in the past 6 months.
You can say that again.
And not for the better. I don't think I'll ever be as kind or open to people that I meet at trials or people I hire. I think I'm going to be less social. I think I'm going to probably be more of a homebody.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I'll travel as much to trials.
I'm going to be more of a homebody at Grayson's.
Anymore. I'll still make good work and I'll get past this.
What?
But I think I worry about John's health.
Oh my God.
He's not healthy, and I worry. His blood pressure is up. He's in more pain. He's angry.
Oh, his blood. Okay. This is what's going on with John. His blood pressure is up. He is in more pain and he's angry. Are we talking about emotional pain or physical pain? Oh, now she's got coffee. We went from the red substance. Now we have an iced coffee. God. What a mix.
Calling fine UNLV.
Wait, what?
Calling fine UNLV.
Calling. Oh, she's talking about Christina. Calling fucking UNLV. Okay. She's blaming, right here, this is Christina. Christina. She's blaming Christina that his blood pressure is up and that he's in more pain and that he's angry because she fucking called UNLV. That tells me Christina was onto something.
Bing bang.
She mad about UNLV. Calling fucking UNLV. Go, Christina. Christina felt something wasn't right. So she called UNLV. More leakage.
Calling fine UNLV.
I think in some ways, maybe I can share like an observation. I've seen you almost like not question yourself, but like they filled your head with so many lies about yourself to the point where you've been like, did I do this? Could I do this? And, you know, things like messages where they've like told you that you talk badly about these victims and things like that. And like, I'll be the first person to say it. Like, this may never go out, but like, I went through 6 years of your private messages. It took me 40 to 50 hours. I think I know you better than anybody in the world does.
You guys.
Aside from John.
Whoa.
Imagine.
Whoa. This is such a setup. Okay, Grace Q. It's your turn, Grayson. Look at this. You know what? If I had his credentials, I'd say, call away. No, she said UNLV, which is University of Las Vegas.
Person to say it, like, this may never go out, but like, I went through 6 years of your private messages. It took me 40 to 50 hours. I think I know you better than anybody in the world does.
You guys.
Aside from John.
Imagine 6 years of Facebook Messenger messages.
Text messages. Everything.
And finding out that people are saying horrible
text messages. Everything.
And finding.
Ooh. That sounds like they're in like, ooh, text messages. Oh, I looked at everything. Really?
Facebook Messenger messages.
Text messages. Everything.
And finding out that people are saying horrible things about me because I said horrible things in private messages that are leaking. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I want to be the first to be honest. Like 6.
I'm going to be the first to be honest. Okay, so this is going to be a lie. You ready?
I want to be the first to be honest. Like 6 years of messages. I hope for all of you would be afraid. I hope you'd be afraid too. And so,
who are you talking to? If you didn't think this would ever go public, look at that. Look at that face. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. Body language means a lot, especially in a performance like this. She just admitted that she talked shit about people too.
Everything.
And finding out that people are saying horrible things about me because I said horrible things in private messages that are leaking. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I want to be the first to be honest. Like 6 years of messages. I hope for all of you would be afraid. I hope you'd be afraid too. And so 6 years of messages talking every day. A lot of it's sort of like bar talk, right? Like
bar talk?
Even drinking, like having like a glass of wine and sitting and talking to friends. And
okay. So are you prefacing this by saying you were drunk? Are you saying that you don't remember because you were drunk, or you said things that you wouldn't have normally said because you were drinking? Is she trying to blame it on the alcohol? That's what I hear. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the Henny.
Talking every day. A lot of it's sort of like bar talk, right? Like even drinking, like having like a glass of wine and sitting and talking to friends, and then these friends get angry at you. They turn on you. And they clip them in weird ways.
Oh, so she's saying that she was a little tipsy and she sent some text messages and now they're clipping them in weird ways. How do text messages get clipped in weird ways? Oh, Brinier, she chug-a-lugs the alcohol. Come on.
Sitting and talking to friends, and then these friends get angry at you. They turn on you. And they clip them in weird ways. And so I was like, Grayson? Like, I couldn't get a hold of it. I was so confused. I finally was like, Grayson? Because I kept hearing things I said, and I couldn't find them. Or then I figured out, and I was like, that's so taken out of context. Like, come on.
She's trying to talk herself out of it now. She's trying to talk herself out of what she did. Even with a red wine mustache. This would make a horrible documentary, by the way.
I was so confused. I finally was like, Grayson? Because I kept hearing things I said, and I couldn't find them. Or then I figured out, and I was like, that's so taken out of context. Like, come on. And so I said, Grayson, you have a new job. That was not in your job description. You are to go through 6 years of my messenger messages and texts, everything I have ever sent since, not 6 years, was it 5.5, 5 years?
Really?
In, what, 2019 or 2020? 2020.
I said, you're about to know me better than my husband, John, because John wouldn't want to do this. And these are like probably like journals that you'd want to burn. You know what I mean? And you're like, I said that one night, but I only felt like that for an hour, but it's now there forever.
Right.
So, and you did it. You did it.
I think there were 4.
She knew the assignment. how many days and how many hours?
It took a lot of days. There were a lot of nights I was up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning going through,
wow,
figuring out, okay, this one, they, we could talk about one. I think it's really funny. Everyone has this rumor.
Is she going to drink out of this jug? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just realized my fucking camera was still off. I didn't come back. Is she going to drink out of this jug? Okay, wait. I want to hear. Cheese.
Everybody likes me. Everybody hates me. They want me to go eat some worms.
She looks really scared here.
Psychopathy.
A lot of days, there were a lot of nights I was up until 3, 4.
She is smiling at Grayson being up till 3 or 4 in the morning. She knew the assignment. I'm using the fuck out of her and making her read my texts. I deleted everything that was incriminating. When I heard what was put out, I went in there and I deleted all that. And then I had Grayson stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning reading them all so that I could make this video and she could vouch for me that I didn't say that. That's what I think she did. I think she went through, she deleted incriminating shit, said, here, please do this for me. Prove that I'm not a bad person. And you're seeing the results of that.
Did it. You did it. She knew the assignment. how many days and how many hours?
Took a lot of days. There were a lot of nights I was up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning going
what a waste
through,
of time.
You know, figuring out, okay, this one, oh, they, you know, we could talk about one. I think it's really funny. Everyone has this rumor that you called somebody a swinger, and
Oh, shit. Now we're... Okay. The leakage. We have swinging. We have booze. We have an affair. And what was the first thing that she got in front of? Why are these the key points in this video that was purposely made? Let's talk about this.
You know, we could talk about one. I think it's really funny. Everyone has this rumor that you called somebody a swinger, and you were like, where did this come from? I don't remember ever doing that. And I was like,
this person's not a swinger. I never thought this person was a swinger. What is this? And everyone's like, she called her a swinger. I'm like, she defamed me. She told everyone it was a swinger. I'm like, who the hell did I call a swinger?
So
I didn't call anyone a swinger.
I went through.
You found it on accident.
I found it. I found it, and I called you giggling, and I said, Lauren, I found it. You did call somebody a swinger. It was because they were on a swing in their profile picture, and you made a joke, but they got clipped. That got clipped. So, like, you know, and there's been a lot of those messages.
Was somebody on a profile picture of a swing, as this person will tell you we've never been friends, and someone said, look at this picture of her swinging, and I said, why do I think she dabbled in swinging?
Oh, that's funny. She's talking about Janice. She's talking about ballet flats. Why do I think she dabbled in swinging? I'd fucking confront her too. You seem to still think it's funny as you wipe your nose on the duvet cover at your favorite hotel. The fuck is wrong with you?
Sure, and you made a joke, but they got clipped. That got clipped. So, like, you know, and there's been a lot of those messages.
Was somebody on a profile picture of a swing, as this person will tell you we've never been friends, and someone said, look at this picture of her swinging, and I said, why do I think she dabbled in swinging?
And you didn't remember it because it was.
It's never been shared outside of the text messages.
No, it was you and 2 other people.
Screenshots have been passed around of this, and it's actually not the real text messages.
No, it was you and 2 other people.
Screenshots have been passed around of this, and it's actually not the real screenshot.
Oh, so now it's not even real? What? Yes, this was in the 9 hour. Now she's saying it's fake. Oh my goodness. Get your stories straight.
I remember it because
I smell snot and pearl necklaces.
It's never been shared outside of the text messages.
No, it was you and 2 other people.
Screenshots have been passed around of this, and it's actually not the real screenshot.
Yeah.
It's like, but I said it.
I mean, it was you and two other people.
Yeah.
I said it, but then she's going to say it's fake.
It's a great example. You also said I'm a lot funnier than you thought.
I did. I did. I was like, I will say, I think we've gotten closer through this. I will say, I think we've gotten closer through this.
What did you say? You said there are a lot of dynamics going on.
I joked. I said, I think I know the dynamics of true crime better than anybody at this point. I can walk in a room and see somebody of true crime better than anybody at this point. I can walk in a room and see somebody I've never met and be like, this person connects to this person connects to that person because that person hates that person and that person's brother did this to that one. No, but brother, this person connects to this person connects to that person because that person hates that person and that person's brother did this to that one.
Calm down, Grayson.
No, but but that shows you the context, right? You might have called somebody an asshole one day and that got clipped and sent to them, but really, if the full messages came out, you called that person an asshole because a victim was on the defense for something and you were protecting them.
Wait, who'd she call an asshole? Who'd she call an asshole? You called someone an asshole one day. Release the text. We need to see these texts. I mean, who'd she call an asshole?
But that shows you the context, right? You might have called somebody an asshole one day and that got clipped and sent to them, but really, if the full messages came out, you called that person an asshole because a victim was on the defense for something and you were protecting them, right?
Yeah, I was actually always protecting victims. Well, that's what's...
Wow. It's because you were always protecting the victims, right? Right? Welcome, Jackie, to Cooterville. Thank you for becoming a member today. I appreciate your support. That's why it's important to break this down chunk by chunk.
Welcome to Cooterville. Everybody close your legs. Everybody coming in, close your legs.
Close your legs.
Wonder who she called an asshole. Which victim?
Yeah. I think that's been like, and...
Oh, I think the other thing too is like I am a lot more colorful behind the scenes.
We love a good F word.
John and I, we like to keep...
Wait, we love a good F word. I'm a little more colorful behind the scenes. We love a good F word.
John and I, we like to keep our podcasts clean. It's clean language. That's who we are. Like, we just want to keep it clean. But
clean. Kind of like how they scrubbed the background. They scrubbed it and it was clean when they started. This is telling. I get she's saying clean language, but she keeps saying clean.
Keep our podcasts clean. It's clean language. That's who we are.
I get clean language. Yeah, but we're gonna go to sexual stuff every time there's an analysis needed.
Like, we just want to keep it clean. But the language I use when I'm not on camera isn't always clean. I don't know.
I mean,
if that makes any fucking sense, but...
That was the clip. What do you guys think? Pretty telling. I think that watching this in chunks is very telling. Where did the sunglasses come from? Why did she put those on at what point? Let's go back. I want to see at what point she felt the need to grab her shades. Oh, it was when she said she was always talking about protecting the victims.
On the defense for something and you were protecting them. You called that person clipped and sent to them, but really, if the full messages came out, you called that person an asshole because a victim was on the defense for something and you were protecting them, right?
Yeah, I was actually always protecting victims. Well, that's what's...
Yeah. I think that's been like...
Yeah, when she said she was protecting victims. She grabbed her shades and put them on her head.
Always protecting victims. Well, that's what's.
I think that's been like, and
I think the other thing too is like I am a lot more colorful behind the scenes.
we love a good F word.
John and I, we like to keep our podcasts clean. It's clean language. That's who we are. Like we just want to keep it clean. But the language I use when I'm not on camera isn't always clean.
I'm at a loss for words at the giggling and the back and forth and all this stuff. That's a really good producer, though, making sure to keep her on script. I respect that, Grayson. Okay, I want to see where you guys stand in the poll. Do you think Lauren and Grayson sent the Proton email? We have 644 votes. 80% of you say yes, 3% said no, and only 18% said I need to know more. That is wild. I want to read some of your comments. I'm going to end the poll. Yeah, we went from sobbing to giggling. Oh, yep. In other words, we're fake as F. Jules says you gave a very fair and balanced response to Colby. Thanks. It's just how I felt watching it. That's who we are, except when we are off camera, then we are totally different, right? A lot of us, she's telling us the answers to the questions, in my opinion. So, anyways, I am going to wrap this one up at this point because I am going to be live with Under Kresha tonight at 7:30 Eastern. But I think we're going to start breaking down this 9-hour in chunks like this and really break it down. So for those who like to go deep into things and really listen to them, because 9 hours is a lot. So I think in chunks, it really says a lot more than what we saw originally. So that's kind of my plan. That's kind of what I'm thinking to do. Because when you talk about like this, you miss a lot. Because that 9 hours just overload. And I think she knew that. I think she knew to take it to a certain point where it would be long enough to stay up on YouTube. Like long enough, not too long that it stays on YouTube, but long enough that a lot of things get lost in the sauce. And we know a hell of a lot more about the backstory than we did before. So, in conclusion, I want to thank Colby Ryan for coming into chat. I really do appreciate his video. I think that less criticism is needed. It's not about you and what you want him to say, but hear what he is saying and read between the lines, if you will. And just give grace, man. Give grace. And yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys for being here. I'm gonna upload this as a standalone video so you guys can watch it yourselves, or if anybody else would like to review it. That way, the clip is out there. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I want to thank my moderators for last night and for today. I forgot to thank you guys last night. You guys were amazing. It was a wild stream. It was fun. It was informative. If you didn't catch it last night, please rewatch it. It was very good. And we will do another one because I feel like you guys know a lot more about this situation as longtime viewers and for former gems, if you will. So I really do appreciate you and your thoughts going into this. So let's get in the Cooter DeVille.
A Cooter DeVille. I think the devil drives a Cooter
And Potato, it was amazing to see you.
I saw the dreadlocks over the hill.